Wow, that was a lot of power. We'll see.
There are less than 10 weeks left in this decade. That's not a lot of time.
So our friend Mark Rober recently challenged us to join Team Trees, a massive collaboration between a ton of YouTubers and creators to try to plant 20 million trees by the year 2020. We're gonna need help from a lot of people.
So here's the question that we're setting out to answer. How can any one person do the most good for the world's tree population in the shortest time? Can we develop some kind of prototype for a device or a method of planting lots of trees that a lot of people can replicate? We need to find a simple DIY solution.
So when you're trying to come up with a creative idea, there's a ton of stuff that comes out of your head and out of your mouth.
So we have this phrase that we use a lot. There are no bad ideas in a brainstorm. All right, so we take acorns, okay? And we can stuff them into a balloon, and then we fill it up with helium. Then we just let it go over a field, and then it's gotta pop, right, at some point, and spread the acorns everywhere. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it doesn't really, I think there's some problems.
Okay, so hear me out. We take a crossbow and we replace the arrow with a small tree. Okay?
Even if this crazy idea is possible, we gotta find out how much it costs to buy a small tree. I had no idea how much trees cost, and it turns out it's a lot. It's too much.
They're really hard to load, so you wouldn't be able to do it fast. Really neat though, just not very effective. All right, back to the drawing board.
This is a product from VAT19 called the Pocket Shot. It's kind of a unique take on a slingshot. I'm thinking that we could put our seeds right here in the Pocket Shot.
That's not that much faster than digging a hole, and I don't think it's gonna get into the ground.
We need a solution that shoots seeds quickly, but also protects them somehow. We've got one more idea that might just be crazy enough to work. I found a few acorns, but I'm gonna need a lot more, so I've enlisted the help of my kids.
So what's normally in a shotgun shell is primer, a powder, a wad, and your shot. What we're gonna do is replace that shot with soil and an acorn.
We call it the sapling gun.
It just rained last night, so the ground is really soft and wet, so this might be perfect conditions. We're actually finding a bunch of acorns that have just fallen out of the trees. There's tons of them all over the ground, but the chances of these growing into a tree are pretty slim. They need to get underground. We'll see what we can do.
Okay, we've got a bunch of our prototype seed shells. We're gonna put them into the ground and see if they work. Safety first.
All right, let's plant some trees.
Clear.
Whoa, whoa. That's kicking up a lot of dirt. I don't know if these acorns are gonna make it.
First of all, that wasn't that loud.
It wasn't that loud at all. Why was that not loud? There was like no concussion.
So part of the sound you hear when you fire a gun is the projectile breaking the sound barrier, making a small little sonic boom. These are really light and not going that fast, so. Honestly, I didn't pay that much attention to where they went though.
We don't know where all 3 rounds went. We gotta find them.
So here's what I'm a little concerned about.
Yep.
Look at that little piece right there.
Oh yeah.
That looks like a fresh piece of busted up acorn.
Yes, it does. Safety first, don't try this at home. Clear. So here's where it went. No acorn. It doesn't look like the acorn planted. So I've got one more idea to try. Let's loosen up some soil.
Good idea.
And then shoot into there. So maybe if you would till a line of soil, you could walk by and just bam, 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 bam.
Even with this super soft ground today, it just rained, it's still not working. The ground is too hard.
That's definitely what's been going on. It's cracking our acorns. We're in a part of southern Illinois that has really hard clay-like soil, so there's a possibility if we could get this in the right place, this could still work. All right, take 3. But I still see chunks of acorn.
This is a really hard little plastic surface right here. It's part of the wad, and we think that that might be crushing it when it hits the ground like that.
There's a lot of variables here.
After several tests, the acorns are all broken.
I think it's safe to say this is not a great way to plant trees yet.
The sapling gun is a ridiculous concept, and we kind of knew that going into it, but it was fun to try it. Obviously, that's not the best way for you and I to plant lots of trees. The best way is for you to click on the donate button or go to teamtrees.org and give $1 or $100 or $1,000. Literally every dollar you give results in a tree being planted.
Don't forget to head over to teamtrees.org and check out everybody else's videos.